Hello, welcome back to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Thanks for tuning back in to Miss Birkeland's virtual class, or Miss Landa Burke, I guess is the title of this channel, but here we go. I hope you're doing well. I hope virtual learning is going okay, to say the least. We are officially on the last day of our first full week, so that's exciting, right? I hope so. Anyways, like I said, hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming back. Let's just jump into today, shall we? So it's Friday, it's April 3rd. We are moving and grooving, I guess, right? So the first thing I'd like to do today is give a special shout out to my recommendation of the day. For your recommendation to stay entertained during this time period, I have a band for you, and it is called All Time Low. I'm sure you've heard me talk about them. They were my intro band when I first kind of met you during the beginning of the semester. But they have a new album out today, and yes, I am promoting their album because I can. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was, but wouldn't that be something to be sponsored on one of these videos? But anyways, All Time Low has a new album out today. It is something I've been super excited about. I obviously haven't heard it yet since I'm recording this before it's out, but if you're needing some song recommendations by them, I have a couple. The first one is my favorite, or maybe you would say my all-time favorite song by them. It is called Afterglow. It is off their Last Young Renegade album. The next one is Melancholy Kaleidoscope. It's actually off their new album that dropped today. Super good. And then if you need an OG all-time low song, one of the originals, their most popular, the most like what made them them, you should listen to Dear Maria, Count Me In. It is a classic. I would be surprised if you actually haven't heard that one. So maybe I can put them, here they are, right? Okay, those are the songs I recommend to you, and if you like those three, please go show them some love on their new album, especially during this crazy time. Cool, got that out of the way. Let's move right into our questions of the day, and my oh my, ladies and gents, you left me quite a few. Alright, so let's get started with these questions, shall we? This is my favorite thing to do because that gives me the chance to talk to you. So I've got 8 for today. Thank you for that. The first one, I have them on my notebook. The first one is, do we turn in virtual notebooks every single day? And the answer is no, you do not. You will turn them in when we are done reading. So at the end of the entire book, once you've taken all your notes. As of right now, though, I am doing note checks. So I can see all of your documents. That's why you should be using the one posted to Classroom. And I will just be randomly checking if you are taking notes, if you're taking good notes, if you're only leaving me like a sentence, if you were on chapter 6 and you just started taking notes, those kinds of things. So don't turn them in until the due date is marked. Currently there isn't one. That's just going to depend on when we finish the book, but leave them in your possession until then. Just know I do check those documents. The next one I have, question 2, is, are we reading every day? That is also a no answer. So actually you're not even reading today. It's only 6 chapters of Mice and Men, so this will not be a very long unit, but we're not probably going to read every single day. You might read chapters back to back, not 100% sure, but just know that it's not just going to be the next 6 days of reading and taking notes. Don't just not check in on what we're supposed to be doing for the day. Do I think that we are going to be going back to school? I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to continue to be optimistic, and I want to stay positive during this time, so I'm going to say yes. I'm very hopeful that we will. I would really like to, so I want to try and keep that positive attitude and say, yeah, we'll come back to school. How have I been? Thanks for asking. I've been okay. In all reality, actually, these videos have helped me a ton because it's been a lot of fun and something for me to kind of put some energy into, and I get to talk to you again, which has been really great. So that has definitely boosted my morale, and I've been doing well. How are you doing? Please tell me. I want to talk to you. I'm asking a million questions, aren't I, to leave in that one comment box of the attendance form, but I don't know. Just let me know how you're doing. I hope everything's going well. But for me, yeah, I'm doing great. Nah. The next thing, if I get sick, aka you as a student, get sick, do I have to go to school? First off, why'd you put a quotation mark around school? Like, it's still school. It's just online. The answer to that is kind of dependent. So if you had like a mild cold and you would still end up if you were to still go to school normally with whatever you have, then yeah, you should probably still do your schoolwork. If it is something severe, obviously you have to gauge that for yourself, but you will then have a parent call you in like you would be normally absent. I would take things with a grain of salt sometimes though, because you are currently doing school from like the comfort of your own room if you need to. But you know yourself best. If you really can't accomplish your schoolwork because of being ill, contact someone in the attendance office and you can get that taken care of. My next question is, I'm sorry, when will tests be graded? I'm working on them still. I apologize that they're taking so long. They would have been in sooner if we hadn't had to transition into digital teaching. I'm hoping to have them done by Tuesday. The latest they'll be done is next Thursday because that's when grades are due. So sorry, it's not probably what you want to hear, but I am working on them. They will be done ASAP, but I can only move so fast right now. So there's that. The next two questions actually kind of go together. The first one is, do I have pets? As I mentioned in my last video, I've been walking my dogs. So yes, I do have some pets. I have 3 dogs currently living with me here at this house. And then technically I also have 2 cats. My cats though live with my fiance, so they aren't here with me. They are lovely creatures. I love them all very much. And I got asked what their names were. So instead of me just rattling off to you, here's a lovely pet montage! Well, I hope you liked my pet montage. That was fun. I appreciated that, so thank you. Anyways, that concludes my questions for you, or your questions for me of today. If I didn't get to your question, it may be because I looked at these at a certain point and then you answered it later. So if you didn't get to your question, please leave it again for me or email me if it's something concerning content. Always leave me a question if you can, because I really appreciate that part of this. It's been a lot of fun kind of being able to talk to you a little bit, and I feel like we're actually having a bit of a conversation again. So if you ever need anything or just want to say hi, leave me a question. Let's move right along into our agenda for the day, right? I'm thinking this is probably what you're here for. So say it with me, class. The first thing you need to do for class today is what? Watch the whole video. I'm surprised that some of you haven't watched all of the video of the other 2, especially the last 2, just because there's content in those videos and you should know that content because it's about our unit, and it's kind of crazy that maybe the stuff the teacher is saying might be important. Just saying. Anyways, please finish up this video so you know what we're supposed to do for today and you can move right along. Once you finish this video, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment of your pet's name. I had to show you I guess I didn't have to, but I showed you my pets and I want to see all of yours. It'll brighten my day. Maybe it'll be a little fun. You can hang out with them for a bit. If you have an exotic pet, at least exotic to the Midwest, something like, I don't know, a lizard. I don't know if you call that exotic, but I'm calling it exotic for this purpose. I would love to see it. I love lizards. Please. But anyways, leave me a comment of your pet's name and maybe a picture of it if you can. Extra credit to anyone who sends me a picture of their pet. That's done. Video proof. Great. So you've watched your video, my video. The next thing you need to do for me is demonstrate your understanding and analysis of Chapter 1. So yesterday we read Chapter 1. You took notes on Chapter 1. Let's apply that. Posted to Classroom under the Of Mice and Men category of your classwork is your first worksheet. Normally it's a packet, but I'm calling it worksheets now. So your first worksheet, and it is going to be about Chapter 1. There are 3 sections to this worksheet. The first section is short answer questions. This is your comprehension portion of the worksheet. So answering them will then kind of demonstrate to me how well you know Chapter 1. I challenge you to try answering these without referencing the text, just to kind of gauge where you're at and how much you comprehended without the text itself. Obviously, you can use it for reference. Just a thought though. The second section of this worksheet is quote identification and analysis. So I have a couple quotes posted. I want you to identify who said them in the first chapter and then why are they important. The third and final section, which possibly might be the most important section, is theme development. So each time we have one of these worksheets, you are going to have a theme development section, and what that is you're going to identify the theme of whatever quote I have, or maybe a moment within that chapter, and then you're going to analyze how that represents the theme. Themes are going to be incredibly important, especially later on, so maybe we should start keeping track of those now, right? Great. Those are the 3 sections you have. That is the worksheet. Once you are done with the worksheet, you are done for class today. You need to turn that back into classroom, and then you need to take the attendance form. Once you have completed those 2 things, you will then turn them in and you will be done. Those are both due by 7:30 tomorrow. I do mean 7:30 tomorrow morning, Saturday, April 4th, 2020. That is it. That is your day. A nice little wrap up to the first week of first full week of virtual learning. We'll be back in class on Tuesday. Remember, we do not have new assignments posted on Monday. We'll be back Tuesday to continue with Of Mice and Men. But until then, if you ever have any questions, please let me know. My office hours are 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. like always. If you think I should make a video about chapter 1, which I'm totally willing to and I was kind of planning on, what I would like you to do is leave me a comment or some sort of question in my attendance form about what you specifically want me to focus on. Because I'm not going to rattle off a whole 25-minute video about chapter 1. I want specific content or focuses for that video. Totally willing to make it, but I need a focal point. So if you have a specific question about chapter 1, if you need a clarification on something, leave me a comment in the attendance form under that last question, and I will address those in a video about it. Sound good? Sound great? Do you miss me saying that? I hope you're doing well. I hope you continue to do well. Stay happy, stay safe, stay well, and if you ever need me, I'm always just an email away. Thank you for tuning in once more to Miss Landa Burke's channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!